No. Hello to everyone who's on my live. I'm really about this. You see, thank you, real right, yeah. Of course. The water is perfect, Verna, and it's the perfect way to start the day because I'm really about this. Fitness is everything. Health is wealth. And then I sit in the sun and do some stretches. However, this is how I keep my arms, my legs, all of that, hopping in the water. That's slightly a reason why I cut my hair. While living in Hawaii, and I've always swam. I've always loved swimming as a child, always had a pool, was always jumping in the pool. So while living in Hawaii, it's great, but the sand doesn't come out of your hair. So it was somewhat of a slow process, and I kept cutting it shorter and shorter, and then I just cut it off. So I'm going to speak and then get back in the water because I love to start the day with this type of movement. I won't even call it workout. It's movement. And swimming is the best workout. It is. It's low impact. It tones your body in all the right places. And it's the beauty of starting the day in a body of water. There's something about water that can revitalize us. I often speak about when I was flying as a flight attendant, if it was one of those flights, what's up, I would get in the shower and I would physically say, I'm washing off the day, I'm washing off the flight, I'm washing off. And it's the same thing with the, thank you, real right, with the pool. I'm in my mind saying I'm jumping into the beauty of the day. I'm swimming into my feel-good feeling. I'm swimming in my energy. I'm washing away anything that isn't of its highest good. Today's a great day. Look what I've accomplished in this day. And this can be with any workout. For me, it's this particular workout because I'm always changing how I move my body. Y'all mofos that want to brag about being in the gym, I don't care. Switch it up, just like life. Sometimes I'm on my rollerblades, other times I'm in the pool. Sometimes I'm on my bike, other times I'm doing my sexy walk. But, you gotta, sometimes you gotta put on the tiny bikini and just sit in the sun and say, I've done good. I look good, I feel good, and I'm doing great things in my life. And speaking those things into us instead of, man, I don't never do nothing right. No, you have. You got up today. It's another chance. Thank you, John. It's another chance. It's another chance. When I'm here, you won't, real right? You won't, okay? You said you only been to 2 geographical locations in your life. You ain't gonna meet me unless you come to see me speak. Outside of that, I'm probably not gonna be where you at, okay? However, understanding the power of the word and the power just to start your day off right. This is really, when I speak, you feel that power because I started the day like this. What's up? We love art and music. I start the day off with some laps. I'm going to get in and do it again because it just feels good. And, that's how I mean, come on. And I'm reminded of the time last year I spent about a month in Costa Rica. And in Costa Rica, where I was on the Pacific side of the country, there are sloths and monkeys that are always in the trees. And there was a woman, and I said, well, I haven't seen any. She said, Hope, all you have to do is look up. I said, wow. And just think about it. Most of the time, you may be looking down. You may just be looking at where you're going. But do you ever look up? Do you ever just think higher than where you are now? All you have to do is look up. It's always there. All you have to do is just choose that other thought. It's always there. All you have to do is just do something different that has always been there, but if you're always choosing the other option, you'll stay where you're at. And it's important to hear this in the morning because this time of the day and before sets the rest of your day off. Don't start the day with no mess. This is why I tell people, I don't sleep with my phone in my room. I don't need you calling me, telling me somebody died. I'll figure that out. Somebody will tell me. But to immediately pick up my phone and to immediately ingest information about who died, who broke up, gossip that has nothing to do with my life or where I'm going, that don't got nothing to do with me. This is a great day. I'm going to ensure that it is. I'm going to drink my water. I'm going to ignore y'all mofos. And I'm going to create the best day because that's my choice. And that's the only choice I will choose. The best day, now, today. Don't call me with no bad news. And I'll tell any of the 93 people that are in this live, I don't sleep with my phone in my room because I was a flight attendant for 15 years and I had to be tethered to my phone. Furthermore, when I retired from flying, I told my parents and close friends, do not call me before 10 a.m. Hawaii time or after 10 p.m. Hawaii time. Why? After 10 p.m., I can't do anything. I can't hop on a flight. All the flights are gone. I live on an island. It's not like I can hop on the road and get there. All I can do is worry and cry and wish and reminisce. I'm not doing it. After, what's up, Mr. James? After 10 a.m., I've done my little workout. I've stretched, I've meditated, I've journaled. I spoke the beauty in today. So I'm ready for all the mess that you have to tell me. But I am that intentional about my time, about my day, about my life. And people know now, my sister said, don't even call Hope. You know, she's not even out of her room. Any other way will produce, something that is not of my highest good. I don't even pick up my phone. I'm not logging on to check an email. You got to learn to break this stuff. I shared this in my live. If I'm out with a friend, my friends know this. Why the heck is your phone on the table? First of all, it's nasty. People take their phones into the bathroom. They take their phones on trains and buses. They sneeze. Your phone is a cesspool of filth. It's gross. That's first of all. Secondly, unless you're a brain surgeon or your job has a direct connection to getting in contact with you, there's no reason why you need to see your phone when you're engaging with me. I'm already the prize. You already with me. Baby, you already in the best place in the world. You with me. Put your phone away for our little 90 minutes or an hour because after we leave, I'm gone. I don't hate having a phone. It can be useful. However, I use it for its uses. What's up? Good morning. Anyone, drop the phone in the chat if you're learning how to redirect your life around your phone. You do not need to see that your bill is due tomorrow. Detach. I shared with a friend, I said, you'll have to message me directly. Don't message me on TikTok because I don't have my notifications on. I don't even have the notifications on iMessage. I have to physically pick up my phone and open the iMessage app to see if someone has messaged me. Otherwise, I don't know. Nothing is that important. Nothing. And this also comes from what I'm speaking about in my TED speech. That near-death experience, when I was working a flight and we had a left engine failure and we had to make an emergency landing, none of this matters. My health matters. The people that I choose to love and have in my space, that matters. But knowing what celebrity broke up with somebody, I don't care about that. I'm the celebrity of my life. I am. I'm not going to water it down with aimless things that aren't building me. If it's not building me, if it's not productive, if it's not positive, if it's not aiding to my life, my health, it's not for me. It's not for me. There's a reason why I'm constantly outside. I know what I like. If you don't even know what you like, you've just been doing the same thing since you were 17, going to the same bars, just drinking. Change it up. Do something different. And I share this because I am an explorer of the world. I won't say I'm a traveler. I explore the world. I've been exploring the world my entire life. When I go to Germany in a few weeks, I'm going to add a few more countries to my 60-something countries traveled. And I love to hike. So I was looking at nature reserves and hikes. I love spas and thermal baths and natural thermal pools. I was researching that because those are in the area where I'm speaking. I don't care to travel and go to a bar and meet a dude. Come on, we gotta do more than that. And I often hear about that. It's traveling, it's going to a bar, it's finding a club, and who did you meet? I've been traveling as a profession. That is not what I do. They will always find me, trust me. However, my first thought isn't, am I going to meet a romantic interest? There's so much more that's in my life that's fulfilling. My speaking career, my accomplishments. I'm speaking on a TED stage. I've been putting diligent daily efforts into this for years. That's more important than any dude that comes up to me. That is my dude. I am dating Ted. Ted is my man. There we go. Ted, what's his first name? Ted, what's his last name? X. Ted X. That is my man. Okay? And knowing myself, knowing that that is a part of what I love to do. I'm going to grab a tea real quick. I'm going to put you on pause. I'll be right back. And this is something I like. I do know what I like. I love my tea. And that beauty, knowing you, learning you, doing what inspires you, doing what adds to you, doing something that surprises you. Try something different. Move your body, drink water, learn different cuisines, learn different foods, eat different vegetables other than bell peppers and spinach. There's a lot of different things to eat. But if you only eat bell peppers, spinach, tomato, I say this to share with you, expand what you know. Hey, listen. Sure, did you know you can eat dandelion greens? You're talking about lettuce. Most things are edible. And I share that to share with you the expansion that is within you. You can Google, what can I eat that's in my yard? Google has a camera feature. On my walk today, I was taking pictures because different mushrooms and things were growing. And I'm learning, oh, that's common in this part of the world. That is edible, that's inedible. Do something to expand your mind. That goes along with the power that's you. Claim your power. And in that, do something that adds to it. If you've been doing the same thing, hanging around with the same people, going to the same places, your entertainment is the same sources, challenge yourself to try. You feel something within yourself when you say, I did that. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that I did that. I'm proud I did those laps. I don't know how to swim, but I'm going to learn how to swim or learn how to ride a bike or learn something. But add to the beauty in your day, which means adding to you. Adding to you. I am proud in how I've started my day. Therefore, I go through my day in a sense of joy. When you aren't, when you say, I wish I wouldn't have got up, I missed my alarm, the shower was cold, I don't even like this cereal, that's not going to continue to build your day in any way. In any way. You're welcome. Try something new. I'm not your bro. But even if you don't know about it, try it. The thing is, you don't know. So why would you not do something you have no idea about? It doesn't mean you have to eat the whole thing. You can take a little piece. Oh, okay, I'm glad I tried it. But even that resistance is a part of it. I don't know about that. Well, that's what I'm talking about. You don't know. So how don't you know that you like it or don't like it? Try it. Try it. Let me share something with you. In the space of anything romantically, it's somewhat difficult for an individual to approach me. Here's why. Thank you, Ephraim. I've done a lot. These 60 plus countries that I've traveled are with myself, often with one or two friends, but I do a lot of things with myself because I'm safe in it, I'm secure with it, and I love to do it. I also was poured into by both of my parents who are still together. I also have had challenges that I have overcome. So unless you can offer me something that you can teach me, other than telling me what you won't eat, why you won't go somewhere, why you don't do this, I don't even see you. And I've said this, if I don't see you, I don't see you. If I don't see you, I don't see you. And that's from me building myself. I enjoy learning. I enjoy learning from others. But if you're already intimidated because of what I know, you probably can't even step up to the plate. If you are intimidated, that's purposely. However, to continue to grow means to continue to put yourself in uncomfortable spaces. To continue to grow means to continue to challenge what you know. To continue to grow means to challenge how you even see the world, your perspective. You aren't for me, Bo. How dare you come into my live and tell me to chill? I'm not going to. and this is how I show up. You aren't it anyway because of what you just said. Therefore, you won't get it, and I don't see you. I'm comfortable in saying that because if you were, your response would be something intelligent and cunning and somewhat insightful, but it's not. So you typed what you typed. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. Thank you for your example. That's it. That's how I go through life. I'm so fired up about my dreams and my life and what I have and what I don't have and what I'm learning to have and what I'm learning to let go and how I'm learning about myself. It shows up in just my being. However, if you misconstrue it as something that is intrusive or against you, you hit it on the head. It is. Because it's not for you. It's not for you. When I speak, I share this all the time. I only speak about what I have endured or what I am going through or what I have done. There's a confidence that comes from that. There's a confidence of putting yourself in the uncomfortable space of being somewhere new. There's a confidence that came from me learning a language after feeling so insecure to speak it and knowing that I'm not saying things right, I'm not conjugating right, feeling uncomfortable. There's a confidence that comes from that, and it shows in every way. You are welcome, paper chaser. That's it. To have that confidence for you. I believe in me. I believe in me. And if I'm made in its image, then whatever you would label God or this infinite being is within me. The power is within me. The power is within us. Whatever you want to label it. White dove, if it's self-worship, I'm okay with that. That's your limited perspective and your limited vocabulary. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. None of this ever gets me off of the goodness I feel. Do you understand that? You have to understand that this is bigger than a comment. And for me to show up this way, I have to walk with that confidence. I have to walk with that confidence. I was born to walk with it. My mother says, because I'm one of 5 girls, she knew. She birthed these beautiful, intelligent daughters. However, the world looks at women differently. And it's different in every country. But the world looks at women differently. For me to say I can't operate that way or speak in such confidence because I'm a woman, no, absolutely not. However, you will see in the comments how others are affected by how you show up. Let me change that. I'm not ever speaking about anyone else. I'm speaking about me. How I show up in my power. And I speak this way to speak it into you. Show up in your power. You are your best friend. You are your saving grace. You are your hero. You may not realize it. You may have forgotten it. You may have forgotten everything that got you to this moment. This moment. You've made it through a lot of things and you're still here. You are the conqueror. You have made it. Feel that. Start feeling that instead of feeling how weak you are or how dumb you are or how you've never done anything great. No, you are the greatness that you aspire to be. It's already you. It's already you. It's already you. Maybe you need to put on a little bikini and do some laps and sit in the sun and bathe in your glory to remember it, but do what you got to do to remember it. That's right. What's up to all my hopefuls? Paper chaser in the Central, well, you're not really Central Valley. You're out of the Central Valley, but you still in my hood-ish. You got to remember your power, because there's a lot of benefit from someone reminding you how much power you don't have. I won't take it. If I choose to show up this powerful and speak words of power and life, and this isn't coming from anything other than me, then I have to show up in that power. I have to get up and say, you know what? I'm doing it again. I'm trying again. I'm successful again. I feel good again. I'm going to exercise my body. I'm going to drink water and put great things into my body. I feed myself nutritious, healthy, nutrient-dense foods for that purpose. And it's okay if it's not for you. That's a part of it. I'm okay with that. It's not an argument. I feel too good and I'm so safe and secure within myself that there's never a space for me to argue. Or fight for what? Life is beautiful. This experience is great. This experience is great. All caps, thank you. You ate it to me today, and I'll share this with you. A beautiful creator that I met while I was at the TikTok building last month with PMW Live. That is the TikTok live agency I'm with. I met this beautiful soul who I believe is also from my home state, which is California. And thank you. I appreciate that. I love that comment because that's something I tap into every day, my awareness of oneself. I go to his live anytime I see him live. All caps Angel. At times, he DJs. However, today, he was up on his computer. I said, this is different. Okay, I like this. I like to switch it up. He said, Hope, you helped me today. You helped me do something different. So instead of DJing, I'm on my live downloading music. I said, I'm on track. That I share with you often. You never know who's watching. You may influence someone and it changes their life and you don't know. And you are sitting there and you are doubting yourself and you are putting yourself down. And little do you know, someone's looking at you for inspiration. And you've never known. You don't have to be the speaker or these things. Your life is an inspiration. Treat it as such. Thank you, all caps. And I'm sharing that because as soon as you said that, I said, that's right. I am on track. I'm not going to doubt myself. And I'll say that because at times I do. I aspire for big things. And just hearing your words, all caps, I said, I'm doing something different today. So as much as I inspired you, you inspired me. I said, let me put on this cute little string bikini and do my laps on live because I'm going to swim anyway. But this may inspire someone just to see me doing laps, just to see me without makeup. I don't know what it is, but you have no idea how your life, how your being in every moment is inspiring someone else. And even to take that adds to your day, just to know, wow, share that with someone. When someone inspires you, say, hey, all caps, thank you for that. It added to my life, because it has, which means it's changed my life. Share it with people. Share how they've helped you. Share how they've inspired you. Share how they've done a perspective shift for you. Because it's a symbiotic relationship. It's aiding them as much as it's aiding you. When I speak, I thought When I chose to go down the path of speaking professionally, I thought I had to be the Tony Robbins or these other notable speakers. Hey, just me showing up and speaking is the change. Everything else comes. But show up, show you. I'm showing my life. It already takes courage. However, if you take the courage, it's returned to you infinitely. Just being yourself. And I understand how difficult that is. I am sitting, talking to a computer, which is my phone, in a bikini, after I've shaved my head on live. Thank you. That takes courage. There was a time in my life where I said, I would never do this. I don't want people to speak negatively about me. I don't know if I'll have to put makeup on. And no, Hope, just show up. You say that, so do it. Show up. Someone's life will be touched. And that is my goal. That is my goal. I've already done a lot. When I see creators talking about solo travel and travel, that's great. But I've already done it. I believe I had already done 50 countries by the time I was 30. I'd already lived abroad for almost 10 years. I'd lived in other countries. I'd been to these notable events, you name it, the Oscars, the MTV Movie Awards, the Grammys, so-and-so's after party, you name it, I did it. And guess what? It was never that fulfilling. It was never that fulfilling because I'm looking for something in them that will validate me. I gotta validate myself. As long as I'm pushing off my dream to speak, that validation's not there. I can go to every notable event. I can sit in every notable car. You will feel just as not worthy being in that Lamborghini or Ferrari or Bentley or whatever thing that you deem will make you more of you. It won't. Try it. I advise, try it. I will never say don't try to do it. It took me doing it to realize that's not what gives me my power or validates me. It's me. My TED Talk is on October 7th. I'll be posting more on my YouTube today. Today is a YouTube day, so I'm doing a lot of editing and posting. All 84 people in the live, subscribe to my YouTube. It is Hope is Speaking. Thank you, Ephraim. Hope is Speaking. I post all of my lives because I just come on when I'm inspired. However, I'll be putting on more in-depth content about my journey to TED. This is a big deal for me. And it even got to a point where I'm safe to say that. I didn't even want to share with people because that voice of stop. People will think you're bragging, which actually taps into the bigger picture of you're not worthy of sharing it. They will not like you. They will think less of you. Do not share it. Now, someone will feel inspired. Be inspired to be you. Be inspired to show up. When I show up, and this is why I say the hottest girls are the ones that can hop out of the water without any makeup. I don't ever have makeup on. I'll have lip gloss on, but that's inspiring. I've known people, and I've been in the fashion world and the modeling world where people, I don't show up without makeup. Now, I show up as me. I'm as authentic as I can be. This is a part of me shaving off my hair. Yeah, well, thank you, Ephraim. I'm speaking to me at 10 years old. Listen, I am the auntie that I wanted. The cool auntie. The auntie that, come on, you coming with me. Now, we ain't sitting in economy. If I'm in first, you're in first. If I'm going shopping, you're going shopping. If I'm going traveling, you're going traveling. We ain't going to Puerto Rico or Miami. Nah, we going to places your friends, you'll have to tell them where it is on the map. I'm speaking to me as a child. I'm speaking to the kids because here's the other thing. Within the US, because I will always be intentional about where I'm speaking. Every country, it's different. But here, young women may need some other role models. It is sexy to be intelligent. It is sexy to say, you know what, that's not for me. It is powerful to say, this is my body and I choose to dress it how I feel is appropriate, not how I want a man or someone to view me. I choose to show up like that. I choose to say, not only do I have style, I'm multilingual, I'm a professional speaker, I'm stepping on the TED stage, which was a dream of mine. You can do that too. It ain't all about the gaze of the opposite gender. And there's a beauty in that. There's a beauty in being that confident woman. There's a beauty in saying that's not for me and I'm not going to take it to that level with you right now. I got to get to know you. And matter of fact, you aren't even worthy enough to be in my space, so kick rocks. Instead of, I just want a dude, so anyone who's near is good enough. No. The value is me. If you aren't of equal or better value, I'm okay with that. But there's a lot in this life for me to accomplish. And I am, and I am, and I am. Yes. Oh, well, definitely. I'll take a piece of the cake. This still comes from, I'm grateful for the parents that I had. I'm grateful for the spaces that I was in. I'm grateful that I was able to truly dream and be me. And I had people that said, yeah, that's what you want to do it. They didn't say, nah, you can't do that. You could never do that. Why couldn't you do that? No, go, soar. We're here. We support you. That's it. They never said, you know what, you need to go and get married because that's the only way you'll be successful in life. They didn't. I'm grateful that I have a family that just accepts. They set examples and they accept. Yes, and Ronald Williams, let me call you in. It's women. I'm going to take out the color because that will cloud your judgment. I don't know what another woman is going through. So for me to say that it's easier or harder because of how they look, I don't know that. And I don't have the power to even place that. And I'll take it off of gender. That's just people. The less that we put these labels, the more that we can actually say this human experience is actually more similar than we put the barriers up to be. We put a lot of barriers. And this came from me traveling, of walking the streets in India. And I had never seen poverty to that level where you see children running in the streets. I said, whoa. Or when I was in Bamako, Mali, and you think you have it bad, imagine walking by a hospital and you just see people out on gurneys outside the hospital, just wasting away. Or if I was in Kuwait, or when I was in China or Japan or Brazil or Iceland or Norway, I can keep going. I had to break out of whatever barriers I saw in race, religion, and color. But it wasn't until I actually saw it. And that's when I realized the power within us. That power that we say is something untouchable, something that would be labeled as God, or I don't know what it is. I know it's bigger for me to conceptualize, and I know it's all within us. I don't even label it. Maybe that's enlightenment. That's what someone told me. However, I see the similarities. I see people wanting to feel safe within their space, within their bodies, with their families. I've seen hurt done to people from made up concepts, because all of these concepts are made up. But it doesn't take away from the fact of the hurt that it causes. Feeling your power. I won't label it as easy or hard. I know it's something that's worthy of being worked towards. This is why I move my body every day. I won't say exercise, it's movement. Sometimes it's dance. It's why I challenge myself. That's why I said, is this occupation for me? I know that's courageous and enough. I know some people would say, I would never do that because I was taught to get a job, and that's okay. I'm not challenging that. However, maybe there's something deep within you that just wants to be poured into. Pour into it. Pour into yourself. Pour into the beauty that's you in every way. Pour into your journey, pour into your dream, and if you don't know it, start it. Start it today. Start it by learning what it is. Start it, what's up Detroit, checking in, always happy to see you. Start it by saying, I'm worthy of this, I'm doing this. Continue to like and share the live. Good morning, T. Wheeler. Every live, I'm seeking a higher like count. I appreciate if and when you tap the screen. I don't know how often you will see a beauty like this drinking some tea after she did laps in the pool, sharing some words of inspiration. Because that's what it's about. I don't care about how you dress. Well, I do, but I don't think Americans dress well anyway. I care about how you truly believe in yourself. Because if you believe in yourself, you can put on 8 tennis balls and be like, yo, this is fly. I am fly. This is a fly. This is the flyest stuff I've ever seen. That's what I'm on. For you to feel so inspired and in love with yourself to say, I'm worthy of this and I'm not worthy of you. Or I am worthy of, wait a minute, let me change that. You are not worthy of me. And that's okay too. I often hear things like earlier in the live where someone said, I need to chill. That is purposeful. Yes, I am worthy. We are worthy. Say that. I say that. In fact, this morning I've been saying, I claim my power. I claim my power. I claim my prosperity. I claim my good feeling. I claim my health. I claim the goodness in this day. I claim this day. Instead of saying, nah, this is a terrible day. I'm not saying none of that. I'm claiming me. I am a conqueror. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The vibe comes from being the vibe. I am the vibe. I tell people all the time, I'm the vibe. You want me there. I start the day off preparing for great things. I don't expect great things. I know great things are mine in this day. Instead of, and ain't nothing good come to me. Hey, I'm never saying that. Only great things are coming in this day. Great things have came to me. I might not have received the message, but it's coming in this day. Before this day is over, I feel great. I'm putting some great things out. I've survived. I got up with a willingness to live. There's greatness in this day. Thank you. Thank you, Petey. Listen, don't let this beauty blind you. You know, the sun's on me. I am going to do more laps and I'll leave the live on because that's another thing. Someone needs to see me swim. So you can be inspired to try something. To try. I feel great in this day. And when I say I'm the vibe, one of the best feelings, a friend of mine in Maui, I made a post about it and I spoke about this. I just take the clues from the intuition. Yes, no, I'm past belief. I know. And that's the journey. You can believe, but I'm past that believing. I know it. I know it. I know. It's for certain. It's for certain in this day. Ain't no reason why I'm out here feeling this good, drinking tea, soaking up the sun, doing laps, other than it's a great day and the greatness is in me. And because I'm so magnetized and attractive, I've attracted these things to my space. Yes, that's it. Anything else? I told a friend of mine, there is this dude. There's a difference between a gentleman and a dude. You will see as I speak. If I refer to you as a dude, that's completely different than a gentleman. There's a dude that said he was speaking about something that isn't in my reality. And I stopped him. I said, hey, cut it. He said, huh? I said, cut it. I don't speak about things that aren't in my reality and that I don't want in my reality. He said, what? I said, yeah. I don't speak about things that aren't in my reality and that I don't want in my reality. So we can change the subject or we can end the call. It's up to you. I don't let people dump nonsense into this beauty, into the blessing of my life. If I continue to maintain the power and this good feeling, that means I got to be diligent in that way. I don't speak about things that aren't in my reality and that I don't want in my reality. If you're talking about paying for a date or not paying for a date, I've never had that conversation with a gentleman. I won't. And so this isn't for me. There's probably someone else you can find to speak about this. I'm not the one. This isn't a part of my reality. And frankly, this isn't uplifting, enterprising, positive, or fulfilling. So take that. You say, okay, all right, bye. That's it. That's it. And thank you, Paper Chaser. Yes. And what's up, Rodney Lowe? I had a friend of mine. I'll share this story, then I'll get in the pool, do some laps, and then I'll continue. I'll continue this live. Let's keep it going. I was seeking to expand my network of getting in front of people. What's up, Carl? To speak. Because my journey of speaking has mostly been online at Toastmasters or events where I was like the virtual speaker because I've been speaking since 2020. And so I thought of, okay, I'm in Maui, business owners who need speakers. Let me go on to the Maui, what was it? I think it was Better Business Bureau. So I went onto the website. I am fantastic. Look, what do you mean, how am I? Look, I'm doing mighty fine, fulfilled, accomplishing, full of energy, full of life, fertile, magical, and glowing. That's how I am. Thank you. I love my bikinis. So I went on, I believe it was the Maui Chamber of Commerce. I went onto the website, and I learned this from my father, because I build my life. I'm not waiting. I build my life. Went on to the Maui Chamber of Commerce website, and I was looking, and I saw that there was an advertisement for a fundraiser that night. Something said, Hope, go. No, I don't think I need you, Darren. I'm pretty good with me. And so there I am with myself. Something said, Hope, go. I looked, I saw one ticket was $250, a table was $7,000. And I've been known, if you go through my TikToks, I've been known. I just go. I decide. I've crashed weddings. I've walked into several concert venues. I am it. So something said go. I said, okay, I'm going to go. It was a black and white networking fundraising event. And I called a really good girlfriend of mine who came with me into these events. And I said, yo, I'm feeling the need to go to this event tonight. She was like, Hope, go. And I'm waiting for the story afterwards. I said, okay. So I went into my closet and I found a beautiful gown that I had bought while I was in Costa Rica last year. I put on my makeup because I was a makeup artist, and I went. And it's one of the most notable hotels in Hawaii. It's called the Grand Wailea. It's a very notable hotel. And I walked in and I valeted my car, and I asked the valet, hey, where's the event, the fundraiser event? They said, oh, just go through that elevator, it's there. I said, great. So I was walking through this huge hotel, and I see where the event is. Now, the event had big things set up saying that this is the event. It had tables set up outside, it had a bar, and it had goodie bags. There was someone that was checking to see if you had bought a ticket. Like I say in life, when you want something, you walk proudly as it is yours. I am operating as the TED Talk already happened. I'm not saying once TED happens, then I will operate. No. To me, it's already, it's behind me. I'm operating as that TED speaker. So I walked in confidently, like I was deserving and supposed to be there. The woman didn't even look at me twice. I went into the event and I was saying, my intuition told me to come. So I'm in the event and I'm speaking to people, and I can feel an energy of, speak to that person or go over there, and I just wasn't feeling anything. So I walked back out and there was a photo booth. I love a photo booth. I love a photo booth. I love a photo booth. So I went to the photo booth with all the props and the glasses and the hats, and I just, with myself, went into the photo booth. And I started talking to the person, thank you, Carl, who was operating the photo booth. Within a few moments, a woman came and she said, hey, can I join you in the photo booth? I said, of course. Of course. If you have me, your pictures is going to come out great, baby. She laughed and we had a great time. She said, hey, I'm the owner of these photo booths. I said, oh, are you? She said, it's a great business. I own about 4 of them, and they are rented out for the next 6 months. So we started talking about that, enterprising. I said, what else? She says, I run a mobile bar. I said, a mobile bar? She said, yeah, I bought some old U-Haul trucks and I cleared out the inside of the U-Haul trucks. Thank you for continuing to like the live. Let's get it up. Let's get these likes up, because how often do you see this? Doing laps. Speaking this. So, she told me about her mobile bar. And she says, I'll pull up to weddings or events, and I have a full staff, and I am in every way. And that's what I do. I said, great. She said, but I've been trying to find the organizer, because I brought the people who are working the photo booth in. I didn't pay for their ticket. So I took out like $2,000 to pay. I said, why? She said, because I didn't pay for their tickets. I said, but you're already in. She says, I know, but no one can just walk in. I said, yes, they can. That was me. I just walked in. She said, what? I told her the story, how something told me to come. She said, you just walked in? I said, yes. She said, well, you look beautiful. You look like you're supposed to be here. I said, well, I was. She said, let me take your information. What do you do? I said, I'm a speaker. She said, wow. I put on events. Give me your card. So we hung out for the rest of the night. About a month later, she called me. She said, Hope, I need you for an event. I said, great. What is it? She said, there's this multimillionaire business owner. He has a $12 million home that he's selling, and he's leaving the island. However, I want you there. I said, okay. To speak, she said, no, I just need your energy there. These people can be boring. I want to pay you for your energy to be there. You can give a word, you can give a toast. I just need your energy there. What's up, Joe? I smiled. And I started to cry. And it was a release of tears, because crying to me is just a release of an emotion. I said, thank you, because you just said you want to pay for my energy at this event. And when someone in this live earlier said, I like your vibe, you can feel that. So much so that someone said, I'm going to pay you for that vibe, for that energy. I want you in that space. These people can be boring, but just you, the way you can just pick up a conversation, and that's an energy signature. There's a lightness about it. There's a fluidity about it. There's an authenticity about it. Thank you, Ephraim. And these were these subtle signs of you're on track. You're on track. Just keep being you. How often would that be confirmation for someone to say, I'm going to pay you your speaker's fee just to be you? Yeah, deliver a word, but I just want you there. I said, I'm not going to doubt this. My peace is protected. So thank you, Protected Peace, for following. Yes, exactly. You can feel it. It's a true energy signature. There's something about it. There's something genuine about it. There's something real about it. And now, since I've been in the sun, I'm going to change the camera again, and I'm going to do more laps. Or if anyone has any questions about just trusting their authentic self, trusting, put them in the chat, because I understand. And it hasn't been that difficult for me, because I will always speak about my board of trustees, my parents. This comes from all of these years of feeling safe to be my authentic self, to show up, because I've been loved I've been in a safe space. And I understand that that's not everyone's story. However, I direct it towards them. This isn't just something I discovered. There's elements that grew within me. Well, ask yourself. A lot of times, all we have to do is ask, what do I like? What could I do that I like to do that I don't even care if someone would pay me, but I love it? I asked myself that, and it was speaking. It was encouraging. It was storytelling. This is something I've always loved to do as a child, to read, to be an author, to speak, to encourage. I could do this without payment, which means I will do it without payment, and the payment will just come. Ask yourself, what do I like to do? If you don't know, start just doing things you like. It also comes from, what do I not like to do? Stop doing it. Because you may be doing the things that you don't like just because somebody said this is fun, or you should go to the gym. Well, I don't like going to the gym. I like to swim. I like to ride my bike. I like to rollerblade. I like to dance. I don't care what you say. I'm going off of what fulfills me. I eat foods that I like. I like to discover new foods. I love astronomy. I had a sister that worked for NASA. She used to send me pictures of planets and stars. Find out what you like and do more of it. Do more of it. Because if you're only doing things because I got to pay a bill, I got to go to this job. No, do more of what you like. Do more of what's fulfilling to you. And that's with people. If you're around people and they don't make you feel good, they don't bring out the best in you, they don't pour into you, stop being around them. Guess what? It may be your family. It may be your family. That's a part of it. Being authentic is actually showing up as you. I only do what I want. I've only done occupation. I don't even call them jobs. I only do productivity that I want, that I like. If I don't like to do it, I leave. And I create something else, or I find something else. But because a lot of people have just been doing what they're told to do, not what they like to do, there's a big difference. There's a big difference. And it will take everything in you to create that change. It will take everything in you. And you're worthy of it. You're worthy of that journey. You're worthy of that battle for what you want versus what you were told to do. And most of us, we've been told what to do since we were kids, so it just seems normal. Do this. Why? Because I told you to. Well, I don't care. I'm 39. I don't have to do anything that I don't want to do. I always share this. Ask my parents. They will always say, Hope, this has always been her. I don't care. I'm doing what I love. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. And when you start showing up as you will possibly start to see how that may affect others. And that's okay. Everyone is just showing up as that version in that moment. And that's okay. That's okay. It may not be as easy. You may have been beaten down for being who you are or showing your gift. Start loving the gift that is you. Start loving the gifts that were given to you. Start loving what you do. If I'm drinking tea, I love to drink tea. If I'm swimming, I love swimming. If I'm walking, I love walking. I have found the beauty in life in liking and loving everything I do. Not just when I go to a party. Not just when I have a drink of alcohol. Now, it's this moment. This moment, I I'm loving this. This is why you feel this. I love this. I gain something from this. I'm honing my craft. I love this, but I'm not doing anything I don't want to do. Ever. It ain't in me. But I also know what I like to do. And here's another tip. Question why you apologize so much. And this is a lot of people, specifically for genders of women. Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't do anything wrong. Start questioning why you're always I don't like that. I'm sorry. You do not need to apologize for that. Now, if you stepped on someone's foot, I get it. Apologize. But start recognizing how much you're apologizing. Start recognizing the need for you to apologize. It could be from you not feeling worthy of being in that space. It could be from you not even feeling worthy of existing. You don't need to apologize for your being. You do not need to apologize for taking the last piece of pizza. I took the last piece of pizza. I'm not apologizing for that. Question that. If you're apologizing a lot, just start being aware of that. Start being aware of that. And then analyze that. Why am I always apologizing? Yeah, no, it was my slice because it's mine. It's in my hand. I'm eating it. It's going down my esophagus. That's it. I'm not apologizing. The pizza's there to be eaten. Okay? I'm not apologizing for that. I'm sorry I took the last piece. I'm not apologizing for that. No. Get another pizza. Show up in your space fully. Thank you, Darren. I'm not apologizing for just existing. I'm not apologizing for that. But just be aware of all the times you apologize. Oh, I'm sorry for talking so loud. Well, maybe you just talk loud, but why do you need to apologize for it? You can be in your power, in your space, without apology. You can show up with your gift without apology. If you're a great singer, I'm sorry, I'm so great. No, claim it. I don't need to lower myself to allow you to feel of yourself. And I spoke, me and my therapist had spoken about this, especially with the word humble. I don't subscribe to that. That means to dim my light, to lessen my being for the comfort of others. I don't. No. I'm not humble. Don't ask me to be. Do you know what it takes to have the courage to accomplish? No. I'm not going to lessen me for you to feel comfortable, which is really your insecurity of you. Get out of here. Not doing it. Not me. Ain't doing it. If you feel discomfort with a success of mine or how I show up, that is for you to examine. That is for you to meditate on or pray on or journal about or talk to a therapist, however you see fit. However, you do not need to place your triggers on me. That's actually a learning point and a space of growth for you. For you. I want everyone to feel the best at what they are or what they do. I had someone in my chat say, you think you're better than everyone. Yeah, well, yeah, my speaking ability, yeah, that works for me. I want you to feel the best at making a cake or making a pizza or your job or something. Why does me feeling great with my gift dim you? It doesn't. It takes nothing away. In fact, the more that we can collectively point out that's their gift, that's their gift, that's their gift, and we bring our gifts together, we can uplift each other and make our change that we see in the world. That's it. If I feel some insecurity, that's for me to examine. That's for me. That's not for me to share with you how you don't need to feel so good about yourself. Or maybe you just need to feel better about what you bring to this experience called life. And I understand that's not something that is easily done. I have compassion for that. I do have a space for compassion. However, you are not going to take my gift, my light, and my courage in this moment. Thank you, Darren. And I will stick with that. Re-examine this notion of humble. If you feel some sort of insecurity, that is for you. Why do I feel that? Where is that coming from? Does that make me feel less? Do I feel small? Do I feel not seen? Did that come from my parents telling me I was nothing? Did that came from a partner that broke up with me? It's something within you. But I love, I like, I respect, and I uplift my being in every way. How you label it, if you label it arrogant or cocky, I'm okay with that. That's the peace I have within myself. It's never a fight or argument against anyone. I'm okay with how anyone sees me. That's okay. Guess what? The moment I detach from that, I'm free. Because everyone in life will have their opinion of you. That is a constant. For you to say, I love, I like, I respect myself, and others will see me how they see me. Because others have their own outlook on life. And others have their own experiences that have brought them to that conclusion of me. However, they don't have nothing to do with me. I'm okay in this moment. That creates a freedom. I'm not carrying that with me in life. I'm not caring, they don't like me because I'm skinny or because I'm pretty or because my skin or, sure. How they feel about me, it's how they feel about me. But what do I think about me? How do you feel about you? If you believe that what they're saying is true, then it will ignite something. But it's not true. What someone else thinks of me is not true for me, whether it's positive or negative. What's true is what I think, what I tell myself, and how I continue to show up. That's my truth. That's why I can go through and just, whatever people say, sure, that's okay. What do they know? What do they know about my life? They've only encountered me in this moment. So what? And vice versa. I've only encountered them in this moment. That's okay for them to think that. Do I need it to give me high blood pressure and then I start sweating and then I want to fight? No. People are people. I allow human beings to show up. I have big aspirations and dreams and goals in life. And I'm doing a great job. So how someone sees me is how they see me. It has no direct reflection on me. I'm okay with that. What's up, Alfred? I'm okay with that. Quit snapping at people. And I see that on the app and within this country. Because I've lived in London and Paris as well. Just the acceptance of violence and hurt. It's never okay to hurt someone. Ever. It is not okay. Well, they just said something, so I got to go off and I'm going to beat them up. No. Where's your emotional regulation? Where's your ability to take control of your being? The moment that anyone can take you out of your being, they have control. They have control. The moment a word can bring you to a space of discomfort where you choose to harm another, they truly have always had the control. Do what it takes to get to a space where, regardless of how someone shows up, you are in control. My father would say, the moment that you lose control of your words, lose control of the beauty that is you, you've lost. And it's not even what's kind, because kindness, yes, it's that true ability of, I love being grown and sexy. I love being grown. I love being able to say, yeah, that's not for, okay, I see that. I don't need to argue with you and say, that's not right. I'll tell you why you're not right. That's a stupid opinion. No, that's what they see. Okay, so, sure. I don't have to receive it. It's that quick. I can quickly just switch my energy or say, oh, okay, that's how they see that part of life. Huh. All right, well, let me go on and drink my tea. That's it. When I say grown and sexy, I did play water polo. I always had a pool. I've always swam, and I have a gaggle of sisters. I have 4 sisters. I grew up with 3. I am confrontational, but confrontation is just a conversation. Sure, I learned that from my father. That's a part of it. That's a part of it, especially as a business owner or a successful person. All a confrontation is an uncomfortable conversation. No conversation makes me uncomfortable. If something needs to be said, I can say it in a diplomatic way without feeling. Yes, I'm confrontational. I can have any sort of confrontation or conversation, but that's all it is. It's a conversation. I go into, and I spoke to my book club about this, I go into anything that you would label a confrontation with a goal. What is the goal? The goal of this conversation is to let the person know, is to have the lights turned off every night. See you, paper chaser. Yeah, go rest. I love you. Keep going. If someone was always leaving the lights on, and I have to have a conversation, that's all it is. It's not a confrontation. Hey, listen. Again, I have a goal in mind. If the goal is to argue and sweat and have high blood pressure and then punch the person, well, then that's it. But that's not the goal. The goal is to establish, turn the lights off. That's it. Anything outside of that, I just don't allow it. That is it. That is it. You have to have the goal in mind. Too often, a confrontation is related to a previous time where you had a confrontation and it led to X, Y, and Z, and now you're no longer friends, and it always goes wrong. No, I'm taking this in this moment. I'm seeking to establish this with that person. That's it. I can take feeling out of it. I'm extremely regulated in that way. That comes from seeing my father do that. My father used his words. My parents used their words. They would yell at times, but I was talked to like this. So I understand how powerful words are. I understand my power. And I find it a stronger point to be the person that is in control. Meaning, it doesn't matter what you say. Do you understand the goal I'm accomplishing in this conversation? Heaven. I'm from heaven, Glenn. That's it. Most people don't get that. They think a confrontation is just a conversation. And I'm always going to be in control, baby. Always. I've spent years doing this. Me being a flight attendant hones this. Because I've seen the opposite. And I have sisters that, let me take that back. I have family members who are still learning this. I see the example of what I don't want to be, so I'm the opposite. I don't care to yell and throw my hands up. No. I'm the powerful one. This is what I am going to establish within this conversation. That's it. I don't need to elevate my voice. You hear me. I'm looking directly in your eyes. I will speak to you with respect and diplomacy, and it's a two-way conversation. I'm here to listen to you as well. And then we can continue until I reach my goal. That's it. Glenn Love, low, why? Why do you need to know my height? So, that beauty of being the person who's able to stay in control in an uncomfortable conversation is the win. That is the win. Thank you. Me too. And when I say I enjoy being grown and sexy, I enjoy every moment of my life, every year of my life. However, I enjoy the ability to say, I've accomplished, I've done things, you will show up to me in a certain respect, period. Because I will show the same. I will show the same. It is not attractive to me to come to someone with an elevated voice and cuss and do all of that. No. Absolutely not. There has to be a willingness to learn. And I've always shared, see the example of what you don't want and operate as the opposite. I have learned more from how the things I did not want to show up in my life. Because I've seen others who've shown the example of the things that I said, I don't want that. I'll see how that goes. I'm choosing not to do that. I'm choosing not to take the steps that led them there. Whether it's positive or negative, you can learn something from it in either instance. I had one of my great friends when I was a teenager had her first child at 18 or 19. I quickly saw, yep, that ain't for me. That's for the birds. No, I'm going to stay being in these streets. I'm going to stay traveling. I'm going to stay expanding. And I cannot do that if that is a part of my life. Children are a blessing. Children are great. However, at 18, 19, 20, I knew, no, fitness, meal planning, no, I don't do all of that. I eat great. I don't eat I don't do meal planning. No. I do eat according to what I need. So, especially as a woman, a lot is done on the current cycle. So if it was like a follicular cycle or menstruation or something, I would add more foods with iron. If my skin is not showing up as bright, I will eat more carrots, and carrots aid to the brightness in your skin. I will incorporate more leafy green vegetables. I will incorporate darker vegetables. I eat in accordance to that. However, I am mostly plant-based. I eat seasonally. I do forage a lot of my vegetables, fruits and vegetables and herbs. If it's not at a farmer's market, I know my farmers and people that raise my food. I'm deeply connected to all of that. So I would never just say I'm hungry, I'm just going to eat something. No. Darren, that question is old and washed, and it's boring. I want something more exciting. Like, what's the next big accomplishment after TED? How do you see your accomplishments continuing in life? Those questions are boring. Asking, do I want kids? Do I want to be married? Is like boring. How do you know I'm not married? How do you know I haven't been married? A dog. Yeah, I love animals. Come here, Peso. Come here, Peso. Peso, come here. I love animals. I am definitely I say earth goddess. I'm always outside. I prefer to be outside. I'm usually drinking water or tea. There's Peso, who is half Chihuahua, half Terrier. Alma is a husky. And then I shared the story of how I found another dog and took it to the Petco or PetSmart, and it has no chip and it had no collar. So there may be another dog. Enough is enough for me. My mom would say enough is too much. However, I don't actively think about that. I don't actively think about these things. I have, yes. I will probably be doing more. In fact, I will be in... Yes, Tony, I have, yes. And because these goals and dreams and aspirations are like the equivalent of the responsibility of a child. Plus, I would have to know myself. Yeah, like it's not just, even that question is, it's not structured correctly. You could easily just have a kid. I will have it all. Because I was in a space where I did. My parents created that. And to give your talk as you, and I'm learning that, trans gamer, to give your talk as you. I'm learning that with TED preparation, that there has been that notion of, I need to do this, X, Y, Z. I'm showing up as me. That's why I was selected, to be me. Yeah, thank you, Alan. I will. And I'm confident with that. In the meantime, I'm living a great life. Like, always asking women, do they want kids, is just, I understand why it seems somewhat common and relevant. However, people have lives that they want and goals they seek to accomplish. And for me to pour into myself creates the foundation when I have a family. Because then I know I will never say, I wish I would have lived in Paris. I wish I would have lived in London. I wish I would have tried this. I wish, and now I can't. Nah, all those wishes are being fulfilled. And it's a whole package. It's not just a kid. I've seen many people just have a kid. It's two partners that choose, and it's homes, and it's choices, and it's traveling, and it's safety, and it's patience. It's all of that. And I don't know if thank you. Yeah, referring to the TED, be your authentic self, because I'm still learning that. I almost got into that space of it needs to be X, Y, and Z because it's TED. No, I was chosen because it's me. And it's the same thing with life. Do it for you. For you. Do it as you. Be as authentic as you can be. Because a lot of speakers are boring. And this is why I speak. A lot of people just in general. If you knew the power of your words and the power that you possess when you speak, thank you, Ephraim. The attention to detail in what you say, how you show up, how your body moves would be different in every way. And that's what I'm sharing, especially with my talk. I'm showing up as me. So now I'm going to set the camera up. I'm not giving you a 360. No, absolutely not. Would you just walk up to someone in person and say, do a complete spin? Would you do that? That is ridiculous. I commend you on asking. However, I would never say yes to that. Do you hear the words that I speak? Why would I get up and do a 360 for you? I appreciate this because I see the you are like the person earlier that told me to chill when I'm always chilling. This is just my energy. What's up, York? Good to see you. You can't even stand around this energy. It would make you so uncomfortable and doubt yourself that you would cast that onto me. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. So will I do a 360? No. That's just it. I am enjoying the comments. I'm enjoying the upliftment. And I'm enjoying when I do receive a comment like that, because that's a part of it. And yeah, they would not say that in real life. But here's the other thing. You wouldn't even be able to be next to me in real life. You wouldn't. You probably are somewhere that I would never be or visit. And this is your only shot. So I do understand that. I get that. I get it. You're welcome. Thank you, Ephraim. Let me do another lap, because since I've been in the sun, I'm sweating, and someone needs to see the laps being done. I will come on and share again, and then I'm going to go. While I'm in the pool, tap the screen. Let's get it up to minimum 20. We only have 7,000 more likes to go, but you don't see this much. You don't ever hear this, especially I am the first TED speaker to sit by the pool and be on TikTok. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Alan. You're welcome. Or with pleasure, with pleasure. Yeah, so continue to love her in your way. because your love and what you know is enough. And be open. Sometimes it's less of trying and more of being open and listening. I like to say I have the opposite daddy issues because my father was with me every day. And so for me, I know what a man is, and I have a father, and I'm good. So I'm only open to people that I actually want in my life. I don't need you. I want you because of you and what we create together. However, be open in love that because she's your daughter, she will learn and she will see and she will grow and she will understand. At times, I think we are trying to put too much at a time where it's still in process. It's still in process. We haven't seen the final outcome. And be aware of that. You're doing a great job, and the outcome, you'll see it. You may not see it now. Just know that you're doing everything that you can. Okay, so I'll put the phone on the opposite side of the pool. And I'm having my tea, my PG Tips, which is my English black tea. That's what I always drink. I drink tea throughout the day with ashwagandha, with star anise, and with cinnamon. And I love these herbs. And they help you. They help you in the day. So I'm finishing this. I'm going to do a few more laps. I'll get out. I am going to speak, get us up to tap the screen. And yeah, while I'm doing the laps, maybe I'll do a flip. I'll do a flip. I will do a flip. However, we got to get up to that 20K. So let me set this up now. Let's see. Hi. Yay! I did the flip. Continue to like the live. I guess I'll do flips until we get to 20K. My goal is to get to 20K on this live. So like the live, share the live. I'll do flips because I'm flipping happy for life. Okay? Like the live, tap the screen. Nice. I'll do another. This time I'm going to attempt to do a front flip. So let's go. Let's try it. I don't know if I know how. I'll do another back. See, all you need sometimes is a cool dip in the water. It doesn't need to be, and this comes from especially being in Maui. Sometimes I am royal hues because you have to. This life is to be experienced. I'm not sitting around not doing fun stuff. I'm out here swimming. I've been looking up for Ted after Ted, going to some natural forest reserves in the Black Forest, and hiking. And should I do another? Continue to like the live. We're going to get this up to 20,000. I can do a perfect dive. Let me show you, because you said I'm always doing fun stuff. This is my favorite way to get into the pool. Let me show you. This is my favorite jump into the pool. Let's see. This is my favorite way to do this. This is how you, me too. I would be without the suit, but it's TikTok. Preferably, do I know how to swim? PJ, do I know how to swim? No, I'm drowning. I'm drowning currently. Exactly. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. I love the spin move. Continue to the... Don't... Nick and why, remember what I said? When you see nothing, you say nothing. That's just it. When you see nothing, you say nothing. But the best move is the spin. This is my signature jump. Do I ever? Absolutely not. Pool parties, I stopped doing that when I was like 15. They do. That's why they say up front. I don't see it. What's another one that I know? I'll just do my spin. Need to make sure that it's that the suit is still on. All it takes sometimes is a little dip. That, oh, cannonball, yes, I will do. Oh, okay. Yeah, some of it you will not understand. And this is to RYR Z10. Some of it you will not understand. It's not for you to understand in this moment. This is a long game. Parenting is a long game. So as much as you feel you may not have the impact, or you may not be feeling that you're doing enough, you are. It's just that you won't see it for years. It was. I will, yeah, the cannonball. That's what I was going to do. I do love the cannonball. And this is what I'm talking about. I do fun stuff. I do love to swim. I do love to rollerblade. And I mention these things because oftentimes fitness is just only working out. No, put on that string bikini and get your butt in the pool. Put on your rollerblades, get on the bike, do Zumba, do something other than putting on, what are those workout shorts that people on TikTok have with the scrunch booty and they pull it into the crack of their butt? I don't understand all of that. What's up, T? Like, the workout is for me. It's not, again, the validation for someone else. I like how I feel. I love the endorphins in my body. I love to see the change in my body. And I am going to, yeah, those TikTok, those short, I don't understand. It's not for me to understand. And if it's empowering and it's helpful and it adds to someone's life, then I'm all for it. I don't, yeah. She has you. You're enough. You're doing enough. You'll know in 10 to 20 years. It won't seem like it now. It won't seem like it now, especially teenage years. Do like fun stuff. And I always bring it back to working out. Thank you. We're almost at that 20K because your physical health is everything. I say I'm going to live to 100, not 100, a flexible, resilient, healthy 115. So everything I do now is working towards that. You can say you want to live to 100, but if you have to be cared for and you can't walk and you can't hear and you can't see and your teeth is gone, then why would you want that? The pants do help. Listen, I'm all for booty shorts. Typically, look at what I prefer little. And that's why I like the beauty of exercise and being outside. I told my mom, I don't put on a bathing suit to cover everything. I put it on because I'm just trying to cover the little bit that needs to be covered. And if I'm in Europe, it would be without a top, okay? You already see how small the bottoms are. I'm all for the little booty shorts. I'm all for a cute booty. I got one myself. I'm always for doing that because it makes you feel good. You see, it's not anything negative. If it makes you feel good, great. It makes me feel good. I typically have my denim Levi cutoffs, as you know. However, I love that. Show it. There's a confidence. I'm showing it because of me. I'm not showing it because I want you to see me. And I told my mom, I'm showing what you gave me. She said, I only gave you my best. So I'm doing her due diligence. That's it. That's it. You see? How do you know? That's for you, user 1859. I'm so young, age catches up. When is age running behind me? That's for you. You must not be in the best shape. Okay? I am proud to say in a little over the end of November, I will be 40 years old. 40. So whatever you're saying is for you. Take that with you and take it back where you found it, because that ain't for me. It's looking good over here, and it's looking better every day over here. What you talking about is for you. I eat good, and it's also this. I feel good. I feel good. I'm around good people. I don't have no man driving me crazy. I don't have people driving me crazy. Yeah, let's race. And I don't even care about the age. It's not even about the age to me. Age means nothing. What it means for me is, what can I put forward from what I've learned? People put too much on I can't do anything. Listen to my age. You're still here. You're still here. I feel great, and I've learned a lot. I'm wise for my years. It's not about the age. It's what I'm learning. There's so many people that are my senior or my junior who are not expanding. It's about continuing to expand. You can have the energy, Barry. You just decide to have it. It's nothing I can give you. I made this choice. You got to make I said this a few days ago. You guys are giving your power to too many things. I can't because my age. I can't because no one did this. I can't because it's you. The moment that you've given your power away because you say I can't, you're right. You are right. You've already said it. But I'm not staying down there with y'all. I gotta go. Someone has to hear this. Someone needs to be inspired. Someone needs more today than they woke up with. And that doesn't come from saying, I can't because I don't have the energy. I'm too old. I'm not old enough. I don't know how to swim. I don't got a booty. I don't care about all that. What are you trying to make yourself into today? You are devaluing yourself with your own words. And until you choose to put the value on what you say to yourself, you will stay where you're at. And that's all I ever say. It's on you. You are the power. It ain't the government. It ain't leaders, it's you. It starts with you. It starts with your perspective. It starts with how you think about yourself. It starts with you saying, I'm no longer limited to who I was. I'm no longer letting what happened in my past determine my future. I'm no longer letting anything that anyone said to me in this moment make me what I am. That's what it is. If you ain't on this, this ain't for you. And maybe it is, maybe it will permeate, but until it does, get out of here. There's other people that want to do it, that want to do the work, that know that the power is them and has always been them. And until you believe it in yourself, you're going to stay on the side watching. I don't want to be the spectator. I choose not to be the spectator. Until you choose to say, nah, I'm getting in the race, then you're just a spectator. Go and buy a ticket and watch and wish it was you, because until you determine it's always been in me, you're just going to stay there. That's it. That's it. You got to talk to you. You got to, oh, please don't ever limit me. I've lived in New York City, but I am not from, yuck, blasphemous. However, it's you. I may be able to inspire you. I may be able to lead a perspective change, but it's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's always been you. Is it difficult? Possibly. But do the work. It's worthy of you to do what's hard to get what you want. If you want to continue saying, I can't never do that, then move to the side, man. Move to the side. No, my tone is my power. Don't limit that to somewhere like New York. My tone is my power, and it's just because I say it is. I will always share this. The moment that you say, I am the power, it is you. The moment that you say it enough to make yourself believe it, it is you. Because then you will just start showing up as that. You are the limitless being. It's always been you. Whatever has happened that's taken you away from your infinite side, your power, your limitless potential, you got to do what you need to do to get back on that other side, to be it. You feel my energy. You feel the power because I know it's me. You feel the power because I get up and I say, I'm conquering today. There's great things in this day. I'm worthy of this day. I claim this day. I'm going to go do some laps and drink tea and write out my TED speech and feel the power that I am. But I'm not giving that to anybody else. I did the work. There's something bigger than me. I believe I've connected to something that is bigger than what I can conceptualize, but it starts with you. It starts with you. It starts with you. It's always been you. And I will continue to say that. I may help you get there just by saying a word that inspires you. But there's nothing that I'm giving you that you don't already have. You've always had it. You've always had it. And I also believe not having it is the road to getting back to it. You were born with it. You think you were born as something that wasn't able to create the life, the structure, the dream, the money, the home, the perfect relationship. That's always been you. It starts with you. It may take work to believe it, but it's for you to believe. It's you. It's you. It's you. Even the comments that are in here that may be disparaging or non-uplifting, I don't even see it. I feel so good about myself that anything that isn't of that positive, uplifting, enterprising feeling, that ain't for me. I don't even see it. It doesn't matter. It's a part of it. Do what you need to do to get where you see yourself. That's it. Quit Listen, because the power is you, it is very easy to understand the power isn't you. Because it is you, it is very easy to understand it's not you. All it takes is a word. All it takes is someone saying you can't. All it takes is someone saying you aren't good enough. All it takes is that for you to say they're right. They're not. They never have been. Do what it takes to get back in your power. If that's getting up an hour earlier, say, I'm proud of myself. I got up at 6 a.m. today. It starts like that. It's not overnight. In fact, it takes a lot of days and nights to get back to it. It's that consistent, repetitive, boring behavior of getting you into your power. If it's getting up every day so I can go for a walk, so I can go to the gym, so I can do a lap, so I can ride a bike, so I feel strong, so my body changes, so I show up differently, so my words affect people, so my words affect myself. That's what it will take. That's what it will take. It's you. However, it will take a different being than you currently are to get back to it. It will take you feeling so uncomfortable that you are proud of yourself. It will be so uncomfortable that a new you is broken out of the old shell. It will take all of that doubt to say, that was the resistance that I was always pushing up against. But until you say it's me, you're going to be in here with the comments of the people that are saying, well, it's the government. I don't care. Listen, I am my government. I am my power. I am my change. I am it. I am it. And it's always been you. And do what it takes. And block out everything that isn't of that for you. Yeah, hug your shadows. Look back at what you've gotten through to get to this day. Look back at everything that has held you back, that you've gotten through, to remind you of the hero and the power that you are. Remind yourself. Some people call it shadow work. Other people may just say looking back. However, do what it takes to get there. Quit using others. Use yourself as the hero. Now, if you want to use or aid in that, yes, set the example. Listen to uplifting words. Change what you eat. Change how you speak to yourself. Change the circles you're in. Change the music you listen to. Change. Change means to change. It doesn't mean when I feel better or when I feel more comfortable or when my family decides that it's good enough or when my church says that's good enough or when my friend... Change is you. Change is going to take everything out of you. You know how difficult it's been for me to get to this TED stage? If I could tell you everything that's happened for me to accomplish the goal of speaking on the TED stage that I am speaking on October 7th, that I told myself I would do. A lot of you would say, well, I wouldn't do that. And that's exactly why. Your comfort is so comfortable that you don't even know the feeling of accomplishment. The comfort is so comfortable, I don't want to do that. I know. I can tell by your current life. I can tell by your current aspirations. You don't even have aspiration. The only aspiration is, let me get through this week so I can get this check. So what? So what? I had to lose things. And it wasn't even losing. It was a release of what was me to attain what is for me. When I determined that speaking is my gift and this is my goal, I said, I'll do whatever it takes. When I said I'm going to retire from being a flight attendant that I've loved for 15 years and traveled and done all this, do you know how my friends who are flight attendants said, Hope, I would never do that. I know you aren't Hope. You aren't me. There's a reason why my name is Hope. There's a reason why my older sister's name is Faith. There's a reason why my little sister's name is Charity. That's why I'm sandwiched in between. I was born for this. I was born for this. Do what you got to do to get where you see yourself to. As. The discomfort, the tears, the self-doubt, the doubt of others. The people that said, well, I wouldn't do that. I don't care what you would do. You are you. What does that have to do with me? I would never speak in front of people. Sure, I know. That's why you're not. But that's not for me. That's for you. You will have to continuously speak this into yourself. And that's a part of it. Recording for the world, I'll be on the world stage in 3 weeks for TED. Everyone in this live, 370 people, go subscribe to my YouTube. I have all of my lives. I have all of my talks. I have over 400 talks that I've done with Toastmasters that I'm putting into clips. No one sees that. They'll just see me on the TED stage. They don't see what it took. That's what it has to take. And my YouTube is Hope is Speaking. Subscribe. I'm putting more YouTube videos on what it takes to get to the TED stage. On what it takes to see my mom and dad smile and say, my daughter is speaking on the TED stage. My mom didn't even know what TED was. I had to show her on YouTube. Look, TED on YouTube has 33 million subscribers. I'm going to be on the stage. I had to see that smile on my niece and my sister's faces when I said, I'm going to be a TED speaker. They don't see what it takes. No one will see that. But it doesn't matter because I do. Because I see the accomplishment. Because I'm a part of it. It's not about anyone but what's inside of you. And it will take more than you can imagine. And it's worth it. When I said this voice from this brown skin with this shaved off hair, someone needs to hear the words from this being. I'm not saying anything new. Other speakers and other pastors and other pivotal thought leaders have said these same words. But it's different from who it comes out of. Someone needs to hear it from me. I shared how I am speaking directly, I thought, to young women. Words are universal. However, I do want to be that role model for young women. It's sexy to be intelligent. It's sexy to know yourself and travel and accomplish and then say, okay, I'm ready to have someone next to me that not only compliments me, that loves me, that respects me, and because I've done the diligence of knowing myself and growing within myself, that I know what's for me. Outside of that, I don't care. I've done all of that. With the traveling, with being in the clubs, with going to award shows and being around celebrities and nice cars. Guess what? It's not as fulfilling as the TED stage will be, because all of that was me seeking validation that I already had within myself. I just didn't want to do what it took to get there because I'm not worthy of it. Who would listen to me? Why me? No, do what it takes. Do what it takes. Any resistance is a part of it. It's all a part of it. I don't see that. I don't care about anything that isn't for me. Someone needs to hear an uplifting word. Someone needs it. And when I said this is my life's gift and goal, to empower, to just cause a perspective shift. It's not to change you. It's just that maybe you hear me today and the day just feels better. And you just continue to keep going. And you just continue to say it's for me. And you continue to say, I love myself. So I'm going to look in the mirror and say, I've gotten through it. I love me. I like me. I don't care about the hurt and the pain and the trauma and who left me and who said I'm not worthy. Because in this day, I'm claiming my power. I'm claiming my worthiness. I'm claiming me. I'm going. That's it. Everything else fell to the wayside. I don't care about everything else. In fact, I've done it. I've done a lot in my life. I've done a lot. But nothing feels as good as uplifting myself through uplifting someone with the spoken word. That's it. That's it. People are going through a hard time, and they always have been. If you can tune in and say, man, every time I listen to Hope, I just feel like I can do it today. That's it. I don't care about anything. I don't care about a handbag unless it's vintage and it's one of a kind and you sourced it and no one else can get it. Then we can talk. But outside of that, all of that material stuff, I've done it and it doesn't feel as meaningful. I chose to make my life meaningful and purposeful for me. Find what's meaningful and purposeful for you. For you. I love vintage. You know I'm all about vintage. I used to sell vintage. There's a reason why I'm out here swimming. It doesn't matter about the bikini. It matters about the words. Maybe someone stopped and clicked and they didn't even know they were going to get this uplifting message, but they did. They did. Because these words are universal, man. They're universal. And there's a lot. Yes, I love the water element. I have a lot of fire placements in my chart. I'm very fiery, as you can see. However, the water aids in me. Maybe I can be your mentor because I can tell you everything that redirected and then brought me back here and then brought me back. It's all a part of it. And it's all a part of saying, it was yesterday, I was walking the dogs. I do my sexy walks in the morning. And I said, what if, Hope, what if the doubt is a part of it to make you understand that you're right on track? What about if it's going exactly as planned? What about if everything that you have encountered is perfectly placed? What if everything is on track? What if, instead of saying, I should have done this, am I doing this? I need to do that. No. What about if it's all going perfectly as planned? What about you just say, yeah, I'm doing it? What if you just continue to trust? Because that word trust, I've learned a whole new definition of trust. What I thought trust was and what I've learned trust to be is two different things. You don't trust if you don't get up and go on with your day knowing that it's all in perfect divine timing. I don't doubt. I go. I got in the pool and someone said, turn on live and talk. That's a part of it. Not, I need to do X, Y, and Z. No. 287 people are currently listening to these words of power. 288 people are hearing words of power. That's the empowerment. That is the purposeful part. When I determine I'm not doing it unless it's meaningful and purposeful and uplifting. You don't have to understand it. It's not for you to understand. It's for me to just continue. It's for me to just drink water and go to sleep and know it's perfectly placed. And the words are affecting who they need to affect, which is me. Because when I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to me. I'm speaking to me. Yes, like user 728, donate, send gifts so I can eat. That's a part of it. That will continue to show up. The moment that I put energy into that, it waters down my true power. I ain't worried about that. That's a part of it. That's a part of it. You got to be able to direct your energy into the important things in life. Not always going after the small fish. This is a part of it. If I'm seeking to increase, that's a part of it. There's never any worry in my life. I've relinquished that. I trust. Everyone who is empowered by these words is a part of my dream being fulfilled. Anyone who's not for it, that's okay. I'm not swayed by that. I'm too powerful to let something that small, that little light bulb, take away from my generator. I got to generate. Maybe someone needs that spark. Maybe someone needs that spark. It's never a bad day. It can be a character building day, but I say, what am I learning in this? How have I learned? How can I make this a benefit for me? How can I make this work in my favor? Because everything works in my favor. Outside of that, it ain't for me. It ain't for me. This is a part of it. You got to understand there are others that will be affected by your power, by your being, by your accomplishment, by your beauty, by your glow, by your statement, by you continuously just getting up and getting up and getting up and getting up. I'm not staying down. I'm getting up because I got places to be. I got words to share. And I know that I'm on track. The more trolls that come into my life, oh, I'm right on track. I'm right on track. I am right on track. That is a part of it. But being able to direct your energy, because that is a part of life. Quit giving your power away to these meaningless trolls in life and even within yourself. When that doubt comes out, speak to it. Whoa, I hear you, but that ain't for me today. And in fact, you probably are there because you protected me in some way. I no longer need this voice. I'm powerful in this day. I've claimed my power. I am in my power. I am where I need to be. I am exactly where I need to be in this moment. I'm exactly where I need to be in this moment. The only place you're going to meet me is on a stage. If you come into my live talking about, can I meet you? You probably can't. Because let me tell you why it's not you. You aren't intuitive enough to understand that you would have to say something to catch my attention. That ain't enough. You ain't meeting me nowhere but when I speak on stage. Okay? You ain't meeting me. The man for me would be able to know, oh, I got to say something to catch this one. She is, I know. That's it. I've done the work. I know me. I've survived a lot. As I've shared, I'm lucky and grateful enough to have a family that's loving, uplifting, and that's there for me, that I can spot when you ain't for me. Go that way. You ain't it, baby. And I joke, you would have to do a grand gesture. Saying I want to meet you wouldn't even stop me in real life. Come on now. Come on. I know my power. I know my greatness. I know my being. I know my being. And to continue is it. When you're in your power, the beauty of power is you just continue. I ain't worried about a bill or something like that. I just get up and keep going. I had someone say, Hope, you know why you're amazing? You never stay in a space for long. You don't stay down. I've never even seen you waver too much. I don't have time for that. Let me restructure. Okay, let me go. Let me just continue. That's what it's about. Maybe you need to wallow in your sorrow, maybe, but that won't get me to where I need to be. I got places I gotta go. And I'm not sitting here telling you all of the bad things that happened. They weren't bad. They were getting me to this self. They were getting me to where I needed to be. They were chiseling the stuff that I no longer needed. I am strong. I'm resourceful. I will continue. I got nieces and nephews and family members and friends, people on this TikTok that are watching that are saying, man, she can do it, so can I. That's it. Everything else, I don't care for it. If you see my TikToks, sometimes I sprinkle in a few of TikTok trends, but it's me speaking. You won't even see me dancing, and boy, I can cut a little rug. If you see me dance, you pass out. It's a part of it. But my words are my power. Our words are our power. We are the power that we want from something else. But recognize that it's you. It's always been in you. And this is why I let my hopefuls handle my lightweights. And my hopefuls are my followers. My hopefuls are the ones that get at the little trolls in the comments. If I see nothing, I say nothing. Take that. If someone says something, it doesn't apply to you, I don't see it. I don't care. It ain't for me. I'm on a roll. I got places to be. I have accomplishments. And the accomplishment is in every day. The fact that I decided this is my day. I'm claiming this day. I claimed yesterday. I'm claiming today. I'm claiming this moment. I'm claiming my courage. I'm claiming my bravery. I'm claiming my ability to just say, yes, I'm going. I don't care what it takes. I'm going. I don't care what comes against me. I'm going. I don't care because I'm going. That's it. And that is my only hope for you. Thank you for the gifts. I'm going. I'm at this job today, but guess what? My days are numbered because I got places to be. I got places to be, and I know this ain't for me. And I know you won't understand, but I'm going. I remember I was with someone and they introduced me and they said, oh, this is Hope and she's not working right now. I said, wait a minute. Why? Because I don't clock into a job. I do. I'm a speaker. That's a part of it. Got so on October 7th. I would greatly appreciate you following me here on TikTok, you following me on YouTube. Hope is speaking, and it was lagging. It got so hot, it overheated. Not only did I overheat, because I actually feel when I'm speaking, I start feeling, but I was right in the sun. Follow me on YouTube. I will have more content about the road to TED and what it takes. What it takes. This is a part of it. A lot of people on here, T, Ephraim, Fun with Tammy, have, of course, Evian, it's my favorite. I love mineral water, have consistently been coming into my lives. This to me is my gift and I share. Find what's for you. Find what's for you. Love you too. Because this is purposeful and meaningful for me. This is what I love to do. This is how I love to craft the stories about me traveling and then tying in the message. I found what's for me. So I get up excited to do this. I get up ready to do this. I get up with that feeling of, I found it for me. found it for me in this day. I don't need to doubt. I'm right where I need to be. I don't need to figure it out. I am walking in the purpose. And how that feels, how that shows up, how your energy signature is felt. These words, you feel these words because they have that energy. Someone else could say it and you would just scroll past. There's something more. And I always share with my TED Talk, my TED Talk is based off of my redirection. And my redirection came from May 20th, 2019, when I was working a flight from Seattle Tacoma International Airport to Washington Dulles, which is about a 6-hour flight. And about 90 minutes into the flight, I was working in first class. I was the head flight attendant. I felt the plane descend. And I said, After 14 years of flying, continue to like and share the live. I appreciate it. We're getting up to, I think my highest likes has ever been maybe 25K. So I'm over my highest amount. Something stood out because I had never felt the plane descend. And I knew because it was a 6-hour flight, 90 minutes into the flight, we shouldn't be descending. And within a matter of moments, the airplane and the phone rang. The phone in the airplane rang. And as I answered it, the captain said, "Hope, this is the captain. We are having a malfunction with our left engine. We are currently running our checklist. We will have to make an emergency landing." Click. And I remember it was the only moment in my life where I went into a different part of my being and I had a conversation with myself. And I thought, Hope, this next 40 minutes may be the last 40 minutes of this current existence. Okay. I came back into my other being. And I shared the word with my colleague who was working in first class. And I shared with her, the captain just called me. We're having a failure of our left engine. Pick everything up. Pick up all of the plates, all of the knives, the forks, the drinks. We're going to have to make an emergency landing. Within moments, I went to the back of the plane in economy, and I leaned over the shoulder of my colleague, and I said, "Push the carts to the back, now." They said, "Hope, what?" I said, "Push the cart, service is done." The captain told me we are making an emergency landing. Our left engine is going out. Put those carts to the back, pick up everything, look for your emergency equipment. As soon as I know more, you'll know more. I'm going up to the front. And in that moment, all I could conceptualize is why I'm on this plane. I'm on this plane to take care of the passengers. I'm on this plane to ensure that everyone's safe. However, that's also the moment of, am I taking care of myself? I went back up to the front and I sat down in our jump seat. And I started thinking about people in my life. I started thinking how fully I believed I was living life. I was thinking about all the countries I've traveled to and the marathons and the hikes and working on this political campaign and all of these things. But what does it mean in this moment, Hope? And within 30 minutes, looking out the airplane window, and it was fogged up. And we had to immediately get on the ground. So we did an emergency landing in Great Falls, Montana. And as I'm looking out the airplane window, I'm seeing ambulances and fire trucks. And what I thought was, this will be it. Of course I'm taking care of the passengers, but what does this mean for me? And it wasn't fear. There was something bigger than fear. And as we slowly made our way to the earth, I felt safe within the transition. I felt safe that I have accomplished. But what I didn't feel safe was knowing that there was more. And as the plane hit the runway, the moment that the tire hit the runway, the left engine actually sparked and smoke came out, and it was a moment. It was. And as we went towards the gates, there was more confusion because I was on a Boeing 737-900. We had to make an emergency landing at a small airport in Montana. So much so that we didn't even have stairs to deplane people. So how am I going to help people evacuate? And there was a coolness within me that knew I would be able to do it. When stairs were finally brought back to the airplane, people began to descend from the airplane. And this beauty about being human that I often speak about was showcased. When the door was opened, the general manager of that airport grabbed the airline phone and he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize. This plane will be taken out of service. However, we're glad that you are here, and because of that, the local pizza parlor has been called. There's about 200, 300 pizzas on its way. So while you're waiting for this plane, go to the bar in the airport. Everyone's having a drink on me. Call your family. Hug the person you were sitting next to, and be thankful that we have another day to try." There's always some way that we can help. And pizza does solve everything. And as I got off the plane and we had just gone through this life-changing event, and I walked through this airport and I'm seeing strangers, what we call strangers, hugging each other, crying, on the phone with their friends, on the phone with their families, because they were moments away from not having that moment. And I remember calling my father, who was and who is proudly a Vietnam veteran. My father was a pilot in the Army, he was a pilot in Vietnam, and he was a flight instructor after. And because of my father, that's where I found my love of aviation. He would take me and my sisters to the local airport where we were born and raised in Central California and watch planes take off and land. And he would say, that's a Boeing, or that's an Airbus, and I felt that love of the planes. So when I called my father, I said, Dad, listen, I'm okay. We had an emergency landing because our left engine failed. And I'm going to be in Montana. I just want to let you and Mom know I'm okay. And my father's words are weighted. My father responded with, Hope, listen, I'm glad you're safe. However, take as much time as you need. I said, take as much time as you need? He said, these instances have the ability to change us. These moments in life change us. And at times it takes a little bit of time for that moment to settle in. However, remember this. Take as much time as you need. And in that moment, T, block anyone that isn't uplifting. I said, okay. And I remember going to my hotel room, and it wasn't until hours afterwards, this immense feeling of sorrow and sadness washed over me. It was a part of post-traumatic stress. It was a part of being in a life-altering moment. And I just felt heavy. And I began to cry, and I began to say, what, I'm gonna allow this. However, this feeling is telling me something. And as I was at that Courtyard Marriott, I reached for a pen, and I reached for the pad of paper on the desk. And I said out loud, what is that thing that scared me? And my own self answered to myself. What was frightening was not the fear of death, not the fear of transition. I'm aware that that will happen. The true fear came from someone reading that obituary saying, Hope, 14-year career flight attendant, period. Not Hope, the life-changing speaker, Hope, the TED talker that graced the TED stage several times, Hope, the author with X amount of best-selling books, Hope, the philanthropist, Hope, the nonprofit starter that has aided in putting roofs over people's heads, Hope, comma, comma, comma. The fear was that that would have been the defining moment. I challenge all 384 people listening to my voice. What do you want it to say? And if you aren't living in what you want that to say, start it today. Even starting the thought of what could that be? What will that be? Because my fear wasn't of death. My fear was the death of this voice. My fear was the death that no one in this room would have ever heard that, because I had constantly told myself, no, that was the fear. That was the change. That is what has led me to the TED stage. It does not have to take that moment it can take this moment. It does not have to take a plane going down to realize you are the captain of your life. So my hope is always to encourage you to dream, to encourage you to try, to encourage you to expand the vision of yourself. Because I took the courage and the hope, that is my name, to do it for me. What fears are you allowing to write the music of your life? Rewrite it. Get a different instrument and try, because that's how quickly it goes. You don't know when it goes. Most are operating under the thought that you just gotta be doing this until X, Y, and Z. You're not. You don't know when. Try something different. See yourself as greater. Expand the vision of what you believe you can do, because it doesn't matter if you believe it. You can. You can. And if a girl in a bikini with some blonde hair says you can, you can. Do what it takes to get there. And more so, challenge why you don't think you can. This is my TED speech. You're actually hearing the speech. This is what brought me to the TED stage. If I would have taken that moment and said, all I've done is fly, I'll just continue, it wouldn't have changed my life. Change your life. Because you can. Allow yourself to dream, because you can. And just start acting as if. That is why I show up to speak. That is what led me to the TED stage. That is what drives me every day. That singular moment. Challenge yourself. Do what it takes. Get used to that taste of discomfort, because that taste of discomfort is the seasoning that you will need to acquire the taste for. It's a part of it. None of it will be easy or predictable, and that's a part of it. Try, be, accomplish, and hope to show up for more. This is me. This is why I speak. Follow me for uplifting talks. There's a lot of laughter. You always will see me outside. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Hope is Speaking. You will see more content on my journey to TED, as well as me hiking the Black Forest Mountains, possibly going to the Dolomite mountain range, as well as it's going to be a lot of outdoors, and the inspiration that I find from just living and exploring. That is the gift that I seek and that I continue to give to the world. Use whatever gives you fear to fuel your future. Use whatever gives you fear to fuel your future. Transmute that. Quit allowing fear to stop you in your tracks. It can be the fuel to steamboat you, to push you, to impress you, because you're the only one that's going to see it. Others will only see the big accomplishment, but the accomplishment is daily. And I'm here for you, with you. Come on and tell me, Hope, I did it. I tried. I believe in myself in this day, in this moment. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. We have accomplished in this day. We have accomplished just because we've decided to live in this day, to show up, to continue. Use it. Use it for more. And continue to inspire yourself. Then maybe you can sit in the sun with me. I am going to enjoy the rest of my day. Because this is what I do. Someone says, you always doing something fun. Yes, I am. Did you just hear my story? I ain't doing nothing that's not fun no more, okay? If it ain't fun or fueling my future, I ain't doing it. I'm going to drink my water. I made some biscuits. And I'm going to saute some mushrooms. I'm going to eat good and live good because goodness is in this day. I will see you possibly later today, definitely tomorrow. And know that today's a great day. Okay? Thank you, Wayne. That's beautiful. And I saw Will I Am like my live. Thank you, Will I Am. I've seen you in the live a few times. I'm inspired, and check me out. I am out. Hope is speaking. You have hope in the day, baby. You got hope in the day. You got hope in the bikini by the pool. Do not tell me this day ain't gonna be good, okay? Goodbye.